against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic. Both these teams excited about the matchup, feeling confident that they can prevail. We will see shortly how those aspirations pan out. And guys, we'll see Fred Hoiberg at the helm in this one. He was brought into Chicago to revamp their offense. How do you see the Bulls continuing to evolve with him as the coach?
Well, you know, their early offense has changed. They get the ball up quicker. They shoot the ball earlier in the shot clock, and they're much more aggressive on the offensive end. Defensively, I don't know if they're better than they were last year under Hoiberg, but they're definitely offensively, and he encourages them to play, Shaq, with a high tempo and get up and down the court.
Yeah, Kenny, but shot selection is their weakness right now. You know, that's one thing they got to improve, you know, especially if they continue to run his system.
That'll wrap it up. Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And the Bulls start out with the ball. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Jimmy Butler, Robin Lopez out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Wade in at the shooting guard position.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game.
You know, you figured that Dwayne Wade might be a player to finish his career playing for just one team, the Miami Heat, but in the end, things just ended bitterly. Wade had taken less money in the past so the Heat could win titles. I mean, he was done playing for a discount, and the Bulls, boy, did they step up.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Rondo against Payton. Rondo kicks to Butler. Lopez, a screen on Fournier. And no good. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And with the trade of Derrick Rose and the departure of Pau Gasol, it seemed like the Bulls might look to rebuild and go young. Then they reverse course and get Chicago native Dwayne Wade.
And don't forget the deal for Rajon Rondo. They're taking kind of a blended approach. Not a lot of three-point shooting in that backcourt. So it'll be interesting to see how all these pieces fit together.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Just 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Rondo with it. Lopez outside. Now here's Wade. Defense is right there. That one goes in. Lopez has got 5 now.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Ibaka with a screen on Rondo. Payton dishes to Vucevic. Good D by Lopez.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Gibson. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Gibson's got his first bucket in this one. The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Payton passes to Fournier. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
Now here's Rondo. It's stolen by Ibaka. Fournier with the ball. Butler covering. Shot from free throw range. And Ibaka slams it in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Rondo. Pass to Butler. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Magic leading by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. McDermott and Mirotic, the sharpshooting forwards. Valentine out there with Grant, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here's Lopez. He has 5. Over to the left wing. Here's Valentine. That's Biyombo with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the Magic improving defensively last season.
Well, I like the talent level of their defenders. They can pressure the ball. They like to force turnovers and get out in the open court. That serves them well. Still room to grow for this group, but when they're creating and causing havoc, I think that's when they're at their best.
Here's Mirotic. And it's Orlando with the rebound. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. And the basket by Gordon.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Now here is Mirotic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now here is Augustine. Kicks it to Biyombo. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to Meeks. Launches it. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Biyombo. Evan Fournier comes in for Meeks. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Augustine. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Lopez. Jimmy Butler comes in for McDermott. Wade, he's checked in for Valentine. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Grant. Now here's Rondo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Gibson kicks to Wade. 6 to shoot. Will it go? And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Now here's Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Shots good by Ibaka.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Gibson. Wade dishes to Gibson. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Now here's Vucevic. And Serge Ibaka again. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And here's Rondo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Butler. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
And that concludes the first half. Magic lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, is defense where you're going to this game?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get an opportunity to get out transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Yeah, walking it up isn't going to get it done against this team. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The second half just about to get going here. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Orlando leading by 7.
Boy, the Magic last season improved by 10 wins. That's nice progress for a young team, and I think they'll continue to make progress, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Payton and Hazonia, their backcourt. Fournier and Ibaka are in the forward slots, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Here's Wade, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Wade's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Bulls. And for the Magic, middle of the pack defensively last season, but you think they'll continue, guys, to make strides?
Oh, I do. I think they've got too much talent not to when you look at the personnel that they have that plays at that end of the floor. And first-year head coach there, Frank Vogel, is a defense-first coach, so that'll bode well for the Magic continuing to grow and potentially, I think, be a top 10 defensive team, maybe even as soon as this season.
Gibson the screen. Here's Butler. Misses off the left iron.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Payton. McDermott's checked in for the Bulls. Sharon Grant comes in for Rajon Rondo. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. Now, here's Grant, looking for his first basket still in this one. Now, here's Wade. Defense is right there. No good. Shot missing. Gordon kicks to Augustine. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hazonia. The Magic again can't hit. Bulls trail by 5. McDermott passes to Grant. Lopez outside. And there's the feed to Wade. From 10 feet out. Another miss by Wade. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Augustine. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Orlando making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Jody Meeks in for Hazonia. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott. Tony Snell comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Valentine in for Dwayne Wade. Both free throws good from Augustine. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Gordon. Green dishes to Augustine. No good. Here's Snell. He kicks to Grant. 3-pointer. No good on that one. The third quarter comes to a close. Magic out in front, up 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Playing for each other You're scary good when you do it. What we've done to this point means nothing. We need a strong fourth quarter.
That's Frank Vogel giving his guys some praise, but much work left to be done here.
Yeah, I mean, he's reminding them why they're in this position right now. It's unselfish basketball, and it can take them the rest of the way.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Mirotic and Gibson up front. Rajon Rondo is out there with Valentine. And it's Snell in at the 3 slot. Good work there as it goes.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Al Fournier back to Payton. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Clock at 4. Green kicks to Fournier. He tries for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 8. Rondo with it. Passes to Mirotic. And he swishes it right through.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Now, here is Mirotic. Here's a good screen. From 13, and it's good, 2 points. And now just a 4-point Magic lead.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that range jump shot. Really good basketball.
Here's Meeks. He dishes it to Vucevic. Shoots from 14. Misses off the right iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Magic.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Magic. Hezonja comes in for Meeks. Chicago also making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Mirotic. Butler comes in for Tony Snell. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Valentine. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. No good from 18. And Butler, here we go. Sinks it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Payton passes to Vucevic. They can't stop the run with that one. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Butler dishes to Gibson to take the lead, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
That's good from Gibson. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 36 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
I think it's a no-brainer here. You got to go 2 for 1 to maximize the clock.
Important, and you're right about clock management. I mean, this is a great opportunity here. But first and foremost, they have got to get a quality shot.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .34 seconds left in the game. The dish to Vucevic. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And Vucevic is really good about playing nerveless basketball. In other words, he's not going to let anything bother him. He's under control, he's calm, he's composed, and he's confident. And that lets him deliver when it matters most.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Incredible composure at the line to tie it up and give them a chance to get it to overtime.
Chicago calls timeout. The score is tied at 31. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now here's Rondo. Six on the shot clock. Back to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Here's Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Oh, missed it. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, congrats on the win. Major battle tonight. Were you expecting a tough game?
Well, it's the NBA, man. We're not that dominant where we can just come in and blow every team out. You got to respect these other teams. They're good. They come and they play very well versus us, and we got to find ways to win ball games, and that's what it's all about right now.
Well, you found a way tonight, Dwayne. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade was simply not going to let his team lose tonight. His efficiency was on display. Just another game to add to D-Wade's Hall of Fame highlight reel.
I'll tell you what, he was not one of the guys the fans thought they would beat them, but that's exactly what happened. He went out there and played the best game of his life, and it's the number one reason they're walking out of that building with a win.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.